Good afternoon, Town of Prescott Valley. Welcome to the regular meeting for Parks and Recreation Commission, Tuesday, June 8th at 5:30. At this time, I'd like to have roll call. Kathy.
Commissioner Byram.
Present.
Commissioner Moss.
Here.
Commissioner Cabato.
Here.
Commissioner Peterson.
Here.
We've all got a chance to look at the agenda. I'll, at this time, seek a motion to approve the agenda for Tuesday, June 8th.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
We have a second. Thank you. It's been seconded. Is there any further discussion before we vote? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All those opposed? All right. So passed. Approval of the agenda. I'd like to now seek an approval of the minutes for May 11th, 2021. May I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
May I have a second? Very good. Do we need to discuss before we put it to a vote? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. So passed. We have some scheduled announcements. First bit, we have a new staff member. So we'll get her up here so we can get her, on her way. Laura Stanish. First try, I got it? Okay. Why don't you tell us, a little bit about your background and why you chose to come work here in the town of Prescott Valley?
Yeah, so I hail from Corn Country, Iowa, born and raised there, and I'm about to graduate from University of Northern Iowa with a degree in leisure and recreation. This job is actually the capstone to my degree, so it's pretty cool. And I decided to move out here because I love visiting new places. Last 2 summers I was in Hawaii and Colorado, so moving a little farther away from home was nothing out of the ordinary. And I love this area because it's close to Phoenix and Flagstaff and Sedona, and it's great for the outdoors.
Very nice, very nice. And could you just explain your role for people out there as the community and outdoor education coordinator?
Yeah, so for community and outdoor education, my goal is to really bring new, I guess I would call them outdoor rhythms for just the community of Prescott Valley. So things like bringing maybe hiking back or bringing field trips kind of back or youth programming, just things that our community of all ages can experience the outdoors, can be active, and just come to love this community even more.
Very nice. Commissioners, any questions? All right, well, thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you.
And wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
Thank
you. Okay. Moving on now to programs and class report, please, from Bobby.
Absolutely. Before I get into that, I just want to say how thankful we are to actually have Laura on board. She's a fantastic addition to this team, and the work she's putting in to bring these additional programs and things like that for the outdoor activities is really going to hit our community and impact in a heavy way. So super excited to get that going. We're looking to kick things off with that at end of June and pushing through July and things of that nature. So hopefully at our next meeting in August, I can bring some more things that Laura will be throwing out there for us.
Thank you.
So with our programs, classes, and special event report, over May 2021, total number of students that we had out there were 374. Breakdown is pretty much exactly what we had. We were down a little bit, obviously, with people getting out of school, ending school, and then also taking that Memorial Day weekend vacation. We see that thing, so it's pretty on point with what we see year over year. Total number of programs offered was 13. Instructors for the month was 10, and the total number of classes offered was 42. So always making sure that we're bringing those class opportunities to the citizens of Prescott Valley. With our aquatics update, obviously, Mountain Valley Splash is now open. We kicked off Memorial Day weekend. And for May, we're only reporting those numbers currently. So sessions offered would be 6, and that's all open swims. So participation for the month of May is 872. Days open would only be 3 since we opened up on the 29th. And then upcoming things that I wanted to make sure that we had noted, as of yesterday, June 7th, first session of swimming lessons has begun. Tell you that's a very popular program. Pool is very inundated, and obviously water safety is a huge thing for us in Parks and Recreation and for our community at large. Everybody needs to know how to swim, so if they need it, go to our website, make sure you sign up, call the pool. Anything you need, just let us know, and then we'll see how we can help you. For upcoming adult sports, Jordan has been working hard on getting some more adult athletics in for us. Currently, he has open an 8v8 summer soccer league. Registration is going from May 17th to June 24th, and games will begin in July, and we'll be playing them on the pavilion field at Mountain Valley Park, the synthetic turf one. I know he's got a couple of teams signed up, and he's got a few more that are looking for sponsors and players and things of that nature, so excited for that one. Pulling in a summer volleyball league. This is something that we haven't done in the past, but now that we do have the gym over attached to the Boys and Girls Club, we'll be bringing in summer volleyball, co-ed and women's leagues. Registration is currently open, and it will run till July 2nd, and then games will be beginning in the middle to late July, and we'll play through August into September. Like I said, that we'll be playing the games at the Boys and Girls Club gym. Fall softball, we've already got that opened up as well. That's another hugely popular program, so if anybody is interested in that, co-ed and men's leagues are offered, and we have 6 divisions, so D1, 2, and 3 within co-ed or men's, and registration will be from June 4th to July 16th, and then games begin in August. As usual, they will be played at the fourplex at Mountain Valley Park.
Just curious, Bobby. What's the marketing for, say, the summer soccer? That's kind of a new, I guess, league.
Yes, sir.
How is that promoted?
So we're promoting it via our social media platforms. We've also got it on Rec One, got the PSA and things like that out there. So we're trying to hit all of the different outlets that we have to make sure that we're getting that out there. Another piece that Jordan's looking into is also working with YSL, some of the youth sports leagues that we work with, letting them know to spread the word for us too, because we do need officials for it. So not only looking for them, but coaches and officials may be looking to play in an adult league since they're, involved in it. So that's another outlet that we're hitting as well.
Okay, great. And that's a lot of that can be on pvaz.net. That's
yes, sir.
The website? Okay.
That is correct. Right there at pvaz.net, Rec One, or just give us a call at 759-3090, and we'll answer any questions you have. Perfect. One event that we did have over the course of May, it happened right in the beginning, MLB's Pitch Hit and Run. This is something that's always been near and dear to my heart. The kids have a great time at this. It really doesn't matter if you have 12 kids or 1,200. Everybody's having a good time. They're out there competing, but just enjoying themselves and the camaraderie out there. This year we had 29 participants with 8 divisions offered. Softball and baseball divisions were available, so males and females. And our age range out there was 7 to 14. The top participants in each age group are going to advance to the MLB regional, and hopefully we could see one of these youngsters out there at an MLB stadium participating in the big MLB Pitch Hit and Run. So hoping for that, and I'm hoping to be able to report on that as well.
Just explain that real quick, the concept of that.
It's a
Sounds
really
little different than typical baseball.
It is. So you're honestly just doing an actual pitch, a hit, and a run. So you're scored off of how many times you hit the target when you pitch. You're clocked.
It's almost like a triathlon.
Correct.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just the pieces of baseball, so you have a good time with it, test yourself, and you're only really going against yourself, so nobody loses.
Is it like your time to first base clocked? Is
It
that
would
the
be
run?
from second base to home, and it is clocked.
Oh, so you get
Yes.
some momentum.
Exactly.
Oh.
Get the run in there.
You can slide and all that?
You can.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. Okay, so it's kind of like developing your skills along the way.
Exactly.
And having fun. That's
Yep,
cool.
Exactly. And that's one that we market to Little League and things like that too. So then kids know and coaches know, bring everybody out here. It's free. It's fun. Just come participate.
Right, okay, great.
So then moving on to our special events update. Big one coming up for us. On June the 19th at the amphitheater, we're going to have Rhythm and Brews. First annual. Our music is all set. All of our beer vendors are set. Food vendors are set. And we have quite a few great sponsors that I'd like to talk about first. Buc-ee's, Little Dealer, Little Prices, Finley Prescott, APS, Yavapai Broadcasting, and the Chamber Commerce of Prescott Valley have all been amazing. For this event, it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure that you go on to Rec 1, get signed up, or we will be taking money at the gates day of. Come out, enjoy some amazing music, get some great food, enjoy a couple of beers out there, and just have a good time out in the park while enjoying some music, food, and libations. So any questions on our Rhythm and Brews from the commission?
Location of the event?
Location will be at Mountain Valley Park at the amphitheater field, so the lower field there on the south side. Perfect. The next upcoming event, which is actually going to be happening this weekend, we have our Daddy-Daughter Dance for 2021. Tickets are already sold out. Can't sign up for that one anymore. We'll have a total of 128 guests, and food, music, fun, everything like that will be provided for those dads and daughters. And with it, it'll take place June 12th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And we have some great sponsors for that one as well. Smart Style Hair Salon by Regis, Flowerstone Bakery, Heritage Park Zoo, M&M Eye Care, and then more. But it's going to be amazing. We're looking forward to it. So I just wanted to make sure that you were updated that that's a sold-out event, and we can't wait to put it on. Lastly, before we move on to the splash pad, Movies Under the Stars have kicked off. If anybody hasn't heard of it yet, I just wanted to touch base on it one more time. Everything is on our website, and we will be holding them all the way up till the end of June. So hopefully people will come out and enjoy.
And yeah, I heard last time there was a little foul up. So just, from this committee to the whoever's listening out there, we do apologize if you got just a little wet. But it is a great, event, and for the most part, it goes off without a hitch.
That is absolutely correct, sir. Thank you so much for making note of that. Snafus do happen sometimes, but we remedy things, so come out and enjoy.
Thanks. Okay, so thank you for that, Bobby. We have department update, chairperson's report, and tree advisory report. No new updates right now. Still need some direction from the forestry and Tree City folks. Is that correct, Bobby?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So we'll just go ahead and table that for our August meeting and move on to old business. So we have the the visual here. So we'll move right into the Antelope Park spray pad update. Bobby.
Perfect. So what I wanted to make sure that we talked about today, and I got some feedback from the commission on, is the spray pad out at Antelope Park. We have two different conceptuals for you, and from the conceptuals, I just wanted to get some feedback from the commission so then we can make a decision and move forward with getting one or the other company scheduled so then we can hit our construction deadline, which is September of this year. So pretty quick deadline. With that, what we're looking at, we want to stay with something like 4 to 5 vertical features and still incorporate the same in-ground features like we have at our current spray pad. Sticking with the rough broom finished concrete, so then it's a non-slip or a slip-resistant type of surface, but then still making sure that it is we're easily able to clean it and then keep it safe and update it if we need to. Those are the big pieces, and I wanted to see if you had any additional thoughts, if you had any additional direction you were looking for us to take on it, and from there we were going to make a decision this week and get things taken care of.
I know for me personally, we've been to the spray pad and what is that, Bob Edwards.
Yes, sir.
And it's just, I think, the arrangements for those who bring the kids, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So places to, amply sit, with or without shade. I'm thinking just, park benches maybe in the perimeter, maybe an extra ramada or two. Okay. Because the one at Bob Edwards, blink of an eye, and it's gone. So absolutely. If you could just, make sure that those who are, not enjoying so much running around, but just come to a place to sit and put their things. Okay. I think it'd be a large, success, from my perspective.
Absolutely.
Are you going to have a sitting area or the wall around the splash pad?
Yes, sir, we will.
you had at
So
Bob
like the
Edwards.
other one that we have, we're going to have the same retaining wall type of situation with a nice cap on it so you can utilize it to sit on. With the shade like you're talking about, that's something for future expansion that we will be looking into because that's a great thing. Everybody's looking for it. We live in Arizona. But yes, sir, we will have that same wall. I think that really pulls to the aesthetics, make sure we keep the dirt, rocks, anything else out of there as best we can, obviously. But yes, that will be a portion of the project too.
And it will be just on, like, inside the grass, yeah? So it will be a little different than Bob Edwards because you have more of a grass type of
We will.
situation. So that could maybe play into drainage and the, grass getting from the field into the
Yes,
drains. So,
absolutely.
but if there was maybe like a pre-wash area that they could, because I'm sure they're going to be, barefoot on the grass, in here on the grass, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Bob Edwards is more concrete, so you're kind of more.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. We will actually have a full multi-use path going to the spray pad from two different directions, so you'll have the connectivity to get in there and not have to actually, get onto the grass or anywhere else. So we thought that through as well. Okay. Well, yeah, if you guys don't have really any other suggestions or any other way that you were looking for us to take it, we're going to go with, like I said, 4 to 5 vertical features. Everything else will be in ground. And then we're going to go with a rough broom finish concrete. So then we will have the retaining wall also. And looking to hopefully kick that one off right after July 1 hits when the funding becomes available.
So that will be the construction date?
Starting on construction right after
Break
that.
ground, first week of July?
Yes. So it's second week of July if we
Second
can get
week,
it through
okay.
council.
Funding and then break ground.
Yes, sir.
How long does it take to construct that then?
So the construction phase is really not that long. What we run into delays on is actually manufacturing the water features. So the vertical poles and things that are coming out of the ground, even the in-ground inserts, those are what take a little bit. But we've been working with both of the vendors to see what their lead times are going to be and how we can best and most successfully complete this by September or maybe middle of September, depending on delays.
Sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Bobby, the water units, the water spray nozzles for Antelope Park and Bob Edwards, are they interchangeable?
All the ones that are in ground, they're not interchangeable. They are able to be pulled out, and then you can put a plug in it for the winter, and you are able to replace it. How our system is set up, though, we have to stay with the same, gallonage that would come out of the independent nozzles. So from what we had talked to the vendor about Extra Play, the nozzles aren't supposed to be interchangeable. However, that is something I can look into and see if in the future that is something we can incorporate.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. Okay. Well, if we got no other recommendations, those were the only questions that I had for you, Commission.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on to item B, MVP restroom progress report, please.
Perfect. So our new restroom facility that's going into Mountain Valley Park, it broke ground back in April, and up to this point, current progress, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but with the dirt work, footing, stem walls, and all of those pieces already done to completion, what we're looking at for the next piece of the project, we're anticipating that they're going to get the tie-ins done, which I actually heard today was completed, and then we'll get the concrete subgrade laid down, compacted, and then we should actually have a pad in there by next week is what I'm actually hearing. From our construction timeline, it looks like we're actually hitting exactly where we were looking for. We're not looking for any delays, and we haven't run into anything yet. Barring anything like that happening, we should hit our construction window of April 26th to 9/3, and then be able to do a ribbon cutting and get this new bathroom opened. Any questions on progress for the restroom thus far? No? Perfect.
Color that we decided? I have to know. Is that still open-ended?
A little bit. We're going to get that
sure.
ordered.
All right, and then item C, American Legion Playground.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
So, only other piece to that I was looking for from the commission, kind of like with the spray pad. If you had any other recommendations or direction that you would like to give, we need to get moving on that playground as well. The three that were presented to you by Casey last month are the same three that we're still looking at. Price is obviously a factor, and then color, we can pick pretty much whatever we want. But if you had anything for us that was substantial, like we want to see more slides on the playground, or we would like to see these type of climbing features. All three of the playgrounds are also ADA friendly. They have all the fall hazard protection. They all have swings. They all have the pieces that we're looking for getting out of the playground. So if you really don't have any other direction or recommendations that I need to take back to staff to make the decision, then we can just proceed forward. But I wanted to make sure if you had anything, I gave you the opportunity.
Have you covered the EDA stuff? It's all compliant then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. I want to make sure we're inclusive with anything that we do.
The colors, I think, are good too, the red, white, and blue.
Yes, sir.
Those are absolutely fantastic colors.
Perfect. Okay. That was all that I needed from commission. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bobby, for that. Let's move on to new business then, fourplex restroom install.
All right, so here's another fun one, another big project that we're getting ready to hopefully kick off. We're going to be getting funding when July 1 hits, as long as the budget that has already been tentatively set is completely approved. So I wanted to bring this to the commission as well. We're going to be getting another restroom that's going to go over at the fourplex at Mountain Valley Park. So if you've been to the fourplex, you know that we're very limited on restroom space there, and it's heavily inundated with tournaments, recreational sports, day-to-day patrons, and even the schools that come out there to utilize it for gym time or just, a park day. So as you can tell, the proposed location is right there behind Field 2 on the west side of it, and it would be just north of the current concession stand. So in that location, we have, access to everybody. Every patron that's walking through would be able to utilize it. We'll find it, and utilities, things like that we need to get to. That's our best location for it. Down there in the left-hand corner, that is pretty much what we're looking at for final product to be. With this restroom, it is a prefabricated restroom. If you've been over to Bob Edwards Park, that's constructed by Corworth, and it's constructed off-site, shipped in, delivered, and it just gets put together in a day, and it goes onto an engineered pad because it's just in two pieces. I really do like the restroom over there at Bob Edwards, and not taking anything away from a site built, but this is a very economical way for us to get something that is long-lasting and looks great. The footprint for this building is 28 feet 8 by 24, so it's pretty comparable to the very large restroom that we're building currently by the pavilion. So with that happening and trying to get funding taken care of, since the volatility of pricing, we're going to be taking this to council for approval so then we can sign off on it. If we don't have it signed off on by the 13th, it goes up another $30,000. So we're trying to fast track it, so I'm sorry this is the first time you guys are hearing about it, but some of those pieces have come into play. With that being said, this restroom will help us to alleviate some of those other issues that we've had with the tinier restroom, and we're pretty landlocked on the building in between the fourplex. So if you had any other questions pertaining to the building, I'd love to answer those at this time.
This is a new project, not a replacement.
That is correct. Yeah, brand new project, brand new location. So what we do is we'll come in, set up a prepped pad of 12 inches AEB. We'll dig in a trunk line, and then after that, all the utilities, The week before it's going to be delivered, we'll have a full diagram of where the utilities need to be. We'll install that. Company gets on site, cranes it off. They secure both sections together, and we got a working bathroom that evening. So it's actually a really cool process. And if you haven't, head over to Bob Edwards, check out that restroom. Not a site-built building. It's 2 pieces put together, and it's a fantastic restroom.
When do you take that to council?
We're going to be going Thursday.
All right. Any other questions, commissioners? Very good. I'm sure, yeah, and it looks like right as you are leaving, too, to get into your car, you could stop in.
Exactly.
There you
Trying
go.
to make so you don't have to jog back to the first one.
and
Going to leave that one there so we have more of it, but I think we all know we need it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right on. Okay. Last bit on new business, nominations and terms.
Perfect. So last piece to this, I know we do have a few commissioners that are going to be leaving. Kathy, I didn't actually bring that sheet. Do you have it with you by chance for terms?
No, I did not.
Okay. So with that coming up, wanted to see if we had any nominations for any of the positions that are going to be going out. Since I don't have that paperwork in front of me and Kathy doesn't either, let's table that and just think about that piece for our August meeting. So then we can come back and whatever we're looking to do with our commission, we can get those nominations in and move forward.
Okay, very good. Do we need to vote on that?
Yep, we're good. We
Okay.
can just-
All right, well, thank you, Bobby. You're relieved of duty.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
All right. Next up will be the director's report. Casey.
Good evening, Commissioners. I just want to point out that you all got your recreation guide. When I first came aboard, I was kind of taken aback that we didn't have a professional quality print rec guide for all of our classes and events throughout what we do here. And I was able, Guy Rogenson from Talking Glass Media, and I met, and he came up with, hey, we need to do something for the community, not only for the Parks and Rec Department, but for all the events in the town, the Event Center, Chamber of Commerce. So this is the finished product. So we're going to start doing this quarterly, working with Talking Glass Media, and I cannot thank them enough, and all the sponsors. I mean, we didn't have to pay for this. Guy's team went out and got sponsors for the print for this magazine, and it looks amazing, and I couldn't be more proud of how well it turned out. It just makes my heart just heavy with just happiness. So that we have something to give to our community. I mean, a lot of people will use this and enjoy it, and I couldn't be more proud. So. And that's it. I think Bobby and I are running around crazy. I have to give kudos to Bobby because Bobby won't sometimes. But the reason our pool is where it's at right now is because of him. He's worked hard for months and months to get that pool up and running and up to standards, along with Nick and his crew. And hopefully by this next year, when we open again, we won't have half as many problems because we've actually kept up with the infrastructure and the all the other pieces that go together with keeping a pool up to date. It just was neglected for very, very long. So we're very fortunate that we have Bobby's knowledge with us. So, because I couldn't do it. So that's it. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, Casey, for that.
Casey, that's you said all the right things about your pamphlet there. You know, I traveled to many organizations throughout the states to look at what publications they have in terms of leisure.
Right.
Recreation, and certainly this is one of the tops I've seen
Oh, I'd
for
love
such
to
a
hear
small
that.
town. So good job to whoever put it together, and this, your corporate sponsorship is a good program.
Right.
Certainly supplement your budget.
Absolutely. Yes. So we appreciate it. So.
And how will these be distributed?
So we had a guy who's with Talking Glass Media drop it off at the Parks and Rec. So we're going to distribute it. I'll have some at the library. They'll be at the Parks and Rec. Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce will have
Where
some.
can folks pick one up per se? You know?
Yeah. Library, Parks and Recreation, the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. And I assume businesses too. I'm sure Guy has distributed it to a lot of the businesses.
Can be a good fold-in for the Prescott Valley Tribune.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, there's a little bit of competition, so I don't know how well that would go over.
Good job, though. Good job.
And this would be a quarterly newsletter or publication.
Yes.
Or perfect, because it seems like all the events and whatnot are seasonal, quarterly almost.
Yeah.
Naturally, so everyone would be plugged in from the beginning of the season.
Till the end, and just keep
Yeah,
going.
and then perhaps just spitball, and you could obviously put the next round of events, because say like daddy daughter, you kind of need to know that beforehand because it
Right.
goes quickly, then it's sold out like you said, which is awesome
Yeah.
to hear. So
There was a little bump trying to get some things taken care of quickly with printing. Of course, there are issues with COVID. Guy had said, just kind of put them behind the 8 ball a little bit. So, but with the next one,
It'll only get better, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll get out quicker. So,
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's a nice bridge from always needing to be digital in this day
Yeah.
and age and having what's your website
Yeah.
rather than like, well, take a look at this. And I was looking through it, and it's all the information I would want on everything. Just so much and so easy to read.
right?
Yeah, so great job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Anything else on that, Commissioners? Okay, thank you, Casey, for the Director's report. Moving on to our last item, unscheduled public appearances. And as typical, no one has graced us with their presence this evening, unfortunately. So I will move to seek a motion to adjourn, or to, rather, let's move on. I'm getting a hold of myself. We have a next meeting, Tuesday, August 10th, so we will not have a July meeting. And with that, I'll seek a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Take a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night, Prescott Valley.